Oh, this Leaf team is on a roll. I mean, an offensive explosion for the Leafs. I mean, you look at the first period. Both teams almost at 15 shots in the first period alone. And, I mean, it was crazy. Back and forth game. Leafs get a 2-0 lead early. You know, Dominic Moore. And this goal, it must have fooled Korpisalo, no Bobrovsky in this one. Because it was a 2-on-1, and their defenseman the pass was gone. There was no way Dominic Moore was going to pass that puck across. But I think Korpisalo still thought he was going to try and started to move towards the middle of the net. Instead, he fires it short side backhand, and it beats Korpisalo, his 5th of the year. Roman Polak and Travis Dermott grab assists in this one, and that's great. Not even 3 minutes after that, Nazem Kadri, and what a night it was for him, scores his 19th of the season, and the Leafs up 2-0. We ain't even 10 minutes into the game. But let's relax, because things change. Late in the period, you give up a goal. Nick Foligno scores, and it is a 2-1 game at the end of the first period. They're out shooting us 19-12 in the period. That is not so great. Giving up 19 shots in the first period. Freddy standing on his absolute head, only allowing the 1 goal. And then we head to the second period. 2:25 in. Who again but Nick Foligno? He scores, and bang. In the 5-minute span of when he scored the first goal and the second goal, it's a 5-minute span, and it is a tied game at 2s. But as we have seen, yes, this team has blown a couple leads as of late, but they have found ways to answer. And boy, did they in this one. And you know what? Great outlet pass from Travis Dermott to Morgan Riley. Oh, no, excuse me. Wrong goal. It all starts with a turnover by the goalie, Joonas Korpisalo, behind the net. Kapanen picks that puck up. You know, it was a puck shot down the ice. Korpisalo leaves it. And Kapanen came in and just swooped that puck up. And starts the play. Dermott hangs onto the point. Wait. Gets it down low to Riley. And Riley's a nice feed to Nazem Kadri. One-timer. Bang. His 20th goal of the year. Leafs now have 3 20-goal scorers. And Marleau is 1 goal away from 20 goals. This team has done fantastic. Kadri's been on fire as of late. Morgan Riley and Travis Dermott grab assists. And Leafs got the 3-2 leads. We got the lead right back. And the great thing is about Travis Dermott, guys, what I've learned is he has a very short memory. No, not a bad thing. What I mean by that is on that on the tying goal early in the second period, he made a really bad turnover. And it was a costly turnover that led to the tying goal. However, he pretty much set up that third goal. So he redeems himself. He didn't let that bother him, didn't get down on himself. He just came out and fought hard the next shift. That's what I love about this young kid. 2 minutes after that, 2-on-1. Kadri looking for the hat trick. No, he's just going to feed Mitch Marner. Just a stunning backhand saucer pass. And Mitch Marner, 1 knee, 1-timer, bang. That's in the back of the net. Leafs got their 2-goal lead back. And that Marleau Kadri line just stays red hot. But they ain't done yet. We had Jack Johnson, you know, Freddy Andersen screened by about 2 or 3 guys. And Jack Johnson with a slap shot off the post and in. It's a 4-3 game. We head to the third period with a 4-3 lead. It's kind of even through the start of the third period, about halfway through, 11:21 in. Mitch Marner threads the needle to Nazem Kadri, who's got a wide open cage, buries it. There's the hat trick. There it is, Nazem Kadri, and it's hilarious, guys. Being at the game for the hat trick, that's insane. I mean, that's nuts in itself. But seeing fans in the 300 level where I was located, trying to fire their hats onto the ice, didn't even get halfway through the 100 level. Having a tough time there. funny, but great to see Kadri, the emotion, the celebration. Remember when this guy had such an awful time scoring goals? I think he had 1 point, like 22 games earlier in the season. Bang! He's ripping it up as of late. That Marner, like I said, that Marner, Kadri, Marleau line has been a freak of nature. And why not? Who scores the empty netter? Just give it to Patty Marleau, the guy we haven't really talked about. Nice pass from Leo Komarov off the boards to Marleau, who buries it in the empty netter. And why not? Nazem Kadri grabs an assist to add insult to injury there. 5 goals and 27 shots for Korpisalo. Not all that great, but the big question, who is your player of the game in this game? Would you give it to Nazem Kadri, who had 3 goals, 2 assists, a +4, a 5-point night? Or would you give it to Freddy Andersen, who stood on his head left and right? 3 goals on 57 shots. He was stellar. That beautiful toe save to keep that game tied late in that, midway through that period. Holy smoke. My goodness. Freddy Andersen was on fire, but I want to hear from you guys. Who the heck was your player of the game? Would you give it to Kadri? Would you give it to Andersen? Do you have another guy in mind that you'd be willing to share? Because I think those are the 2 guys that take the cake right now. But I mean, like I said, the big line, Marleau, this is the reason why this Leaf team is so strong. 2 games ago, we saw the Marner, Kadri, Marleau line rip it up. They were tearing everything apart, and they were just getting point after point. They combined for like 10, 11 points. They were amazing. They weren't anywhere to be found in the last game. However, Matthews, Nylander, Hyman line, they were on fire in that game. Today, the Kadri, Marleau, Marner line on fire once again, and you look at Nylander -2, Matthews -2, and Zach Hyman -2. They didn't have a great game, but the other line stepped up. That's how these good teams win. You have multiple lines that can show up from each and every night. Freddy Andersen, guys, look, I gotta say he's one of the elite goalies in the league. Don't look at his statistics and say, well, Vasilevsky and not Victor Rask. Tuukka Rask and Carey Price. They all have better. Carey Price doesn't, but Tuukka Rask and all that. They have better numbers than Freddy Andersen. Well, are they facing the amount of shots Freddy does? No. Freddy Andersen is a freak of nature. He's a big guy, and man, does he use his frame a lot. Proud of him. Leafs get the win. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're on absolute fire. 35-19-5. They've won 5 straight. And you know what? You have a 5-game homestand. What do you do with it? You sweep the darn thing. Win all 5 games. This team is on fire right now. Offensively and at some points defensively. They weren't so great in this one defensively. But, oh my goodness. What a game. It was an action-packed game. It wasn't just a boring game. I get a couple of goals here. Offense galore in this one. Fantastic to watch. I hope it was as good to watch on TV as it was to be there, because holy smokes, it was intense. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoyed this game. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game, and who is your player of the game? Would you give it to Kadri? Would you give it to Freddy Andersen? I want to hear what you guys have to say. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Jay's Edition. Spring training preview. We hear about Troy Tulowitzki. He's got stupid bone spurs in his ankle. Now, when did this come up? Injured again. This guy is ceasing to amaze us. This is why we picked up Diaz and Solarte. For this very reason. We'll talk about all that jazz tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys Leafs, Raptors edition very shortly as they got their win and the Celtics lost. So we'll talk about that in a jiffy. And Leafs edition as their next game is Saturday night in Pittsburgh. A big test. You're back on the road now. You won all 5 at home. You hit the road to take on the Penguins. 7 p.m. puck drop in Pittsburgh. Let's see if we can win our 6th straight game. And oh boy, that would be nice. We'll talk to you guys then.